Now, here's how we're going to open up this hour right now, and I want you to pay particular attention to, by the way, if you're catching this on the highlight of the Pete Santilli Show, any one of these stories that goes up as a highlight or as an excerpt, it's an important story. You need to click like, of course, click the like button. Make sure you share, comment. What I'm about to share with you right now, what we are about to share with you, Danny found this. This is not only very real, but we have covered this topic in detail with the top expert in the entire world. His name is Gerald White. He came on the show and talked about not just the anomalies, but scientific proof that it was impossible to actually go to the moon and land on the moon. It was a freaking hoax. And this guy is a scientist that said we couldn't have even made it through the Van Allen belt, the radiation that a human being would be subjected to. They would not survive that, especially back then. Could they do it now? Who knows? But Gerald White will be back on the show. Now, we have an update, a follow-up. I want you, if you're catching this highlight, I want you to click on the link and listen to the interview that I did with Gerald White. It is probably one of the most riveting interviews ever done on this show. And sometimes it just gets glossed over because people are like, oh, yeah. The moon landing was a hoax. Sure, you're right. And you gloss over it. But now, here's the update, and it's an important one. Danny found this story. Danny, what did you find, and why is this important? Because it's not just on some rinky-dink website. This is very real coming out of Russia, is it not?
This is huge news. Out of the Washington Times, NASA moon landing conspiracy returns. Russian officials calls for global investigation. Pardon me, a Russian official who is upset with the FIFA corruption investigation spearheaded by the U.S. now wants global powers to look into the 1969 and the 1972 moon landings. It says, we are not contending that they did not fly to the moon and simply made a film about it, but all of these scientific or perhaps cultural artifacts are part of the legacy of humanity, and their disappearance without a trace is our common loss. Now, basically what happened, I don't know if you guys know about this, but back in 2009, NASA said that its original high-resolution footage of the July 20, 1969 moon landing had been erased.
That's right.
Yes.
And Gerald White is one person that has been digging in to those anomalies, scientifically proving that the moon landing was a hoax. Mm-hmm. So be sure to click on that link in the description that we're going to provide in this highlight. If you can search in YouTube, look for the Gerald White interview. It's very, very compelling. And we'll, of course, follow up with the progress of this investigation that Russia's calling for. Again, this Putin, shirtless on a horse, coming to the rescue of all humanity. Time and time again, we see the Russians through like RT.com using the truth as weaponizing the truth, actually. They're using it as a weapon. Their truth propaganda works with RT.com, and they fire back a round. I wouldn't be surprised if in the coming weeks they call for an investigation or reveal stuff about 9/11 evidence as well, because they know they can use that stuff against us. This is a big story, though.
It's a huge story.
Yeah.
And everybody make sure you check it out, because the Gerald White interview that we did, I think it was like last year, sometime last year, is phenomenal. And we will have him back on to talk about what's going on now.